Okay. Oh shit, I haven't done that. Morning. Crow sucks. It's a terrible movie. Oh yeah, the original Crow's terrible. Fucking terrible. Go rewatch it as a grown-up. The first two deaths are the same deaths. Stabbings in the chest. It's just two different instruments. The acting was subpar. The dialogue was shit. The last fight was just dudes swinging down with a sword like this the entire time. The lighting was awful. They had millions of dollars on budget, and it was dark. Like, not like dark, like physically couldn't see. Somebody finally... I've been saying it for a long time. The Crow's fucking terrible. I watched it not that long ago. Not for nothing. I think it's considered a cult classic because of the unfortunate passing of Brandon Lee. Thor. Come on here, bud. We're talking about The Crow. It's mediocre at best on its most fantastic day. Like, it is subpar at best. Like, if I was given the choice for a desert island movie to be The Crow, I would say just let me stare at the water. I would rather count waves than listen to the dialogue of that movie. It can't rain all the time. Shut the fuck up. I have to agree with it's awful. No, I have not seen the new Skarsgård one, but I can guarantee you it's better. Again, the soundtrack is what was fire. The soundtrack was fire. It is a good concept for a movie, though. That's the problem. It's a fantastic concept for a movie. My favorite movie, and I'm just shitting all over it. Nothing. It's just, like I said, Kyle has given me suggestions on, not always just saying, like, coffee time. So I was getting ready to put on there, this should get your attention, but see, low budget, I don't think it was. It was like $4 or $6 million in the early mid-90s. That's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of money. Like, I don't know. You watched the new one, it's pretty good? Okay. Like I said, I have not seen it. I have not seen the new one yet. I don't know if I will. You should start with an and remember. Come on. Okay, there we go. Last night, excuse me. Last night after we went back to this badass concert My son's the drummer of Screams of Sandy. Got some merch. I'm gonna get my last shirt. I bought a shirt. I'm gonna do a giveaway on the channel. I mean, I know not everybody's heard it, but I figure why not? Somebody out there can have another Screams of Sanity shirt. But we do a giveaway soon. And then after we were done, we went, because we were in Cleveland. We were on the east side of Cleveland. And Meg was like, "Hey, there's some places around here. We should get some food." I'm like, "That's fine." So we got some authentic Korean food last night. And morning, Owen. And it was super delicious. The only thing I was not a fan of, and I think I figured out why, was the kimchi. It's cold. So kimchi, number one, it's cold. So that threw me off. Cabbage and stuff, like I like cabbage. I like that stuff. I like coleslaw. I like even, just some like cabbage type meals. But it's the sauce. I think what it is that I enjoy the heat. Chris, what's up? The spice was great, everything. It's that like ginger, almost like wasabi that is like mixed with some, almost like a spaghetti sauce is not the right word, but it's got that like, and it threw me off, and especially being cold. See, I don't know, is kimchi, I thought Meg said kimchi was supposed to be served cold or room temperature or something. Jason, so again, that was just to grab people's attention. First of all, I truly do not like The Crow, though. I don't know if you were in here earlier. Like I said, the first two unalivings in the movie were the exact same. It was just different instruments. The acting was subpar. The lighting was awful, and the last scene was just dude with his like samurai sword just hacking down like this the whole time. We've been over this. What's up, bud? Oh, it's bad. With the budget that they had and the lack of outcome that was given. If I was given $4 to $6 million budget and gave a movie like that in the early 2000s, I would never have a job again. Steven, that's why I was saying, like, go watch it as an adult. Watch it as an actual grown-up and adult. I did it about 6 months ago, and I was like, this was the movie everybody was pumped about? Cold soups throw you off? So yeah, Mom, I don't know if you saw the picture, but we had everything we had, like I said, was delicious. Kimchi is just the fact of it threw me off. But I asked Meg, I was like, how much did you spend? She was like $70. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Now, she also got 2 alcoholic beverages. They look like beer size, but they're actually almost kind of like a sake. They were like $15 a piece, but that was super good. Everything was delicious. So the food itself, Mom, I don't know what I got this like sushi. We got this sushi, but it wasn't sushi. It had like cooked beef in it. And then I don't know, whatever the meat that we had, it was so good. It had this like pot roast stew of like that sauce flavor, but with like a little bit of sweetness to it. It was so good. Yeah, anything usually ate cold that's supposed to be warm is weird. Like, I get it. Screams of Sanity, my son's the drummer. So wait, you're related to Mark? Or your friend's related to Mark? Sorry. Yeah, my son's the drummer, Alex. That somebody said this Crystal. Oh, there she is. Hell no, Crystal, that movie's terrible. I stand firm on that. Firm. Movie's full. All that money, should just gave it to me. I'd have just wasted it at the bar and pissed it away too. Oh, you're talking about the Indiana Jones game that's coming out or came out? No shit. One of the people in your science class is related to the singer. That's awesome, dude. Mark has come a long way. I know he lied about being able to like sing on the like quote application, if you will, but he has done a very good job. He's taken this very serious. The guys have put in a lot of time, effort, and just hard work into this band. So they're doing something here. Not that I'm the end all be all or famous by any means, but like I don't try to pull any weight for the most part. Maybe some things here and there, but the guys are making their own waves by themselves. It's time much to what? Oh, okay. I think you're heading to, like, are you going to work? I thought we're going to Uncle Rex's thing today. The show was awesome. Actually, I found another band. I already subscribed to them, but I'll probably play on like Twitch or something. They were good. Dude, lead singer was fucking powerhouse, man. You took him to the gym? What'd you do? Squats? Squats. Let's go get coffee. No, Thor, you're staying here. No, you're not coming in. Since you're right there. Today we have ho 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 honey cinnamon. Dunkin'. Then few sweeteners. Throw my trash away in my $50 garbage can. It's already broken. Crack on the side over here in the plastic part. $50 you spend on this thing. So why'd you spend $50? So we got to throw our stuff away. It's like you throw garbage away in it. $8 plastic. That's all you need. Why does it need to look like that? And then the truth finally came out about 12 minutes later. She's like, but it matches all of our appliances now. Oh, and the truth comes out. Take the shit back, buy an $8 trash can. I'll spray paint the bitch silver. You got no creamers? Oh my God, the travesty that's happening today. Oh my God. Stupid cow boob liquid. What's the date today? No, not happening. Waste that milk and sugar. Today's the 15th. It says the 15th. I don't like milk that has a weird smell to it. Like, I don't think it was sour, but I'm not taking the risk. Did my messages stop? I think they did. I'm just waiting for Kyle to show up and be like, will you stop shitting on the crow? Jeffrey, thank you, bud. Sorry, I was all right, going through. Dumb. Yeah. Because I hate the crow? No way, dude. I'm out of creamer because we didn't go to the store. The crow still sucks. $4 million budget. That's the worst part about it. Pissed away somebody's $4 million. For the famous line to be, it can't rain all the time. Nope. much better. You're gonna, for the love of God, Kyle, if you're listening, because I know you will, and I know you wouldn't do this on anybody's budget. Please, please, if you're gonna have fight scenes, choreograph them correctly, and pay attention to what your other scenes look like beforehand as far as some deaths and what were used and the placement of them. I will still not get over that. The first 2 deaths were the exact same thing, just 2 different weapons. Right in the chest, several stabs. One was needles for the druggie, so I get that, but you got to be original for the next one. Crow's terrible. You even said so yourself. You're like, yeah, I went back and watched it. I don't remember it being this bad because I turned it on. He's like, no, this is a bad version. I was like, no, it's not. This is the version that's on. He was like, I don't remember it looking like this. I'm like, yeah, because you were 12. And you're the one that said, put catchy titles on there. Get people to come in. Stop saying coffee time. Gotcha. No. Standing firm on that shit. The Crow sucks. I'm going to make Crow suck shirts. It's going to be my next merch. Haley, I need you to draw them up ASAP. Connor Price is something that we're toying with. Kyle and I were just talking about that the other night. So give us a minute. I listened to one song that I could at least show him to see what Squirt does. Today, after we get back from hopefully he's not watching, but I don't think he does. Uncle Rex's surprise birthday party. Kyle and I have some recording to do and a Shut Up and Eat It, but we're doing KSI and Billie Eilish. Dirty. How dare you start my Sunday morning with this bullshit? Kyle, told you, he don't agree. I mean, he agrees, but yeah. Jim, I have, and again, I'm not, I will never make fun of somebody passing or, saying like, but I truly believe that is a big reason why The Crow is as big as it is because of the unfortunate thing that happened to Brandon. I quit. Crystal, stop using my middle name. I delete it every time. Dude, I'm telling you. It's the only reason. Every time I see it, I'm like, look, the only time I can think of is that, because I often thought about, okay, look, I'll give you guys, look, I know it's Crystal's favorite movie. I know it's Haley's favorite movie. I know it's Rager's favorite movie. All I'm saying is that the Joker, right? Well, sorry, Batman, the Joker, Heath Ledger. I thought the same thing. I'm like, is Heath Ledger only getting this kind of acknowledgement because he passed? Is the Batman movie getting this type of big thing around it because of Heath Ledger? Sure. But when you go and watch the difference, okay? The difference between the movie, the acting, the character, the franchise, everything around it, completely different. The Crow, it doesn't hold that standard. I don't think it does. Again, this is supposed to be a joke and get people to start talking. But when you actually sit down and look at a movie in a comparison from actors that have passed while making movies or directly after, is that the reason that it was a success or whatever it is? I think that it tried to do that, and that's what they wanted. And that was what they got out of it. They got the fact of it's a legend now because of something tragic that happened. And I'm not even saying the new ones. I know you guys are talking. Sorry, but I'm over here just spouting off. But like, I'm not even saying the new one's good. I haven't even seen it. I didn't watch it. I like Bill Skarsgård. I don't want him to. I'm worried about watching a movie with him like that in it and it ruining other movies for me with him. Does that make sense? I don't want to watch this movie and then be like, this is the guy that played Pennywise. I don't want that. So I don't know. I see it all the time on previews. I see it all the time on my apps to be able to watch it. I have not. So I don't know. We'll see. You got some Blue Dream from the Dispo? Chris, so again, guys, we live in a recreational state. We also have my medical card. Now, Chris has also been through a lot as far as an accident, was in comas and stuff. So I know that he has all kinds of medications, all kinds of stuff that he needs to take. And he was not against pot, but it was just something that he never really dabbled in, right? He has recently started to try things, see what works for him. And I told him before that Blue Dream and regular OG Kush is like what I enjoy for some medication. They're heavy. So I'm glad you found it and that you like it. Because I know you were using it for more so like some pain and stuff, right? Hey, what's up, Rage? Sorry, I went on a little spiel here. So I wasn't really paying attention to comments. I know what else is new. Think he falls into a different category? Well, I mean, again, I don't think he was a bad actor. I think the dialogue he was given was, he did what he could. Yeah, it's Ron. Yep, it's Ronnie's birthday today. Yeah. So we sent him a video. I don't know. I forget who it was. It was somebody on like his Discord or like one of his main mods. It wasn't just us. There was plenty of people that went through it and got sent him a video. So we weren't like handpicked by his team like that. So just know that. But yes, we did send Ronnie a happy birthday kind of like thank you video, if you will. I wore not this one, but I wore my cowboy hat that Haley got us. And yeah, so we got that sent out. So hopefully he's having a good day. He celebrates with all the people he loves and enjoys being around. It's not coffee time until Eric pisses Haley off. Yeah. Bruce passed at 33 and Brandon was 28. Tragic family. Bruce was my childhood hero. Yeah, and have you heard the like conspiracy about that? Like, I don't know how true it is, and I never really like looked too much into it, but there was the whole conspiracy that Bruce was taken out by, well, basically everybody, because they were mad because he was teaching Americans their way of like fighting style. I don't know how true that is. But then they started to fast forward to the fact of if that happened because he just like mysteriously like slipped into a coma, but something about he was training in like 110-degree heat outside or something like that. But anyways, what I'm getting at is that the conspiracy is that he was taken out by like their mafia, basically, right? And that years later down the road, that this was still like directly tied to Bruce. I don't know, because it almost kind of falls into this category of two things I have to ask. One, how does things like this still keep happening as far as like projectiles being in prop like guns, and two, why does it have to fire something real? If it's a prop gun and it shoots blanks, why does it have to shoot? What? No. Why was there a real thing in said prop to do? That's what I don't understand. Kyle and I don't make professional movies. Hell, I don't even make. But Kyle has worked in situations, known, seen, figured out loopholes, all this stuff on how to make a movie or how to make something look real. Why do you need a real gun? I've watched the man make a scene with somebody's finger when I had a prop gun, and they both looked real when they shot. That was 12 years ago. It was 12 years ago with his bullshit programs and purple fucking laptop. Like, there should have been no reason Brandon got hit like that. Should have been no reason. Why those are even allowed on set, I don't know. It's a curse. I think so. That's what I'm saying with Alec Baldwin. Why was that a thing? Oh, rage. Hold on. Oh, dude. Okay. Sorry, I was catching back up with some of the stuff. Yes, Mom, there's another new Crow movie. Bill Skarsgård plays Eric. Ah, rage. Okay. You know, I've thought about things like that too. Bill as a Crow sucks. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. Anyways, so I've thought about things over time. My biological father, I do not talk about a whole lot. So here we go. But I have one photo of my daughter Chandler and him, and it was at my nephew's birthday, niece or nephew's birthday party a couple years ago, and she's like, for some reason, like flocked and drawn to him, right? So she wanted to go see Grandpa, and all I said was I brought her over to him, and because we usually keep our distance. He had his back to me. The picture I have, he's got his back to me, but I can see Chandler. All I said to him was, "Hey, she's been looking for you," and he took her over, right? And so she's cuddling and all this stuff on. This was a couple years ago, but I think about stuff like that too. Not being in my life is one thing. Making excuses and doing all these, that's fine, man. I'm 40 years old. I've moved past it. I have been for quite some time now. But the problem is things like that, Rage, where it's like you're missing out on some of the most precious times of her life, her most innocent times of her growing up and becoming a person, and because you're selfish. We're both assholes, right? We're both assholes, but I became this asshole towards him over several years. No, not several, many years of his assholeness in return and selfishness. So, that all being said, I can set things aside, because this is bigger than him and I at this point. This is somebody spending time with their biological grandparent. I've seen my father maybe in my 41 years on this earth. The 2 years that they were kind of together when I was first born, and I've maybe spent about 5 years total with my actual biological father. So like, I get it, but again, if he wanted to be in her life, I would set all of my ego aside. Doesn't mean, just because I can deal with you civilly in public doesn't mean I forget. Claims to love her so much, right? But it's like, I don't know, man. Like I said, I can accept that, but and then I also think, well, he didn't want to put the effort in for me or anything else. So what makes you think he's going to do it for somebody that's not his kid? Even giving her a chance, right, man? Like after you've given that chance, after you've extended that arm, that invitation, that want, that need, that everything that you've done so many times. I stopped 20 years ago. Almost about 20 years ago, I stopped. I was sick of being a 22-year-old, almost being that kid that waits for his dad with his backpack on the front porch when he's 8 years old all the time. You don't know where this is, but my father's lived in Worcester 25 years now after he's been out of the service and has worked for the American Gas Company. To give you perspective, Rage, Worcester is about 20 minutes from me. That 5 years total, like collectively, maybe it's not even been that long, but like that includes him when I was going to see him, when I went to go see him in Worcester. Yeah, he just doesn't care, and it doesn't, like, right. And that's why I said, like, I stopped feeling bad after a while because I realized it was always me. And this is where, like, I panic now because, like, I'm not getting into the whole big story, but my son and I were apart for like 15 years. You know, he's 19 now. I got rekindled with him last year, thank God, because of his brother, but I was going to be finding him anyways when he was 18. But anyways, what I'm getting at is that we have rekindled and have a, I hope, good relationship that I'm thinking that we have. But again, I've said before, and I will always say, he's an adult. He has a girlfriend. He has work. He has a band. He has social life. So no, we don't just see each other every day. I don't text him every day. I don't snap him every day, but I also will send him stuff and be like, hey man, it's been about 4 or 5 days or a week. Like, I just want to drop in and say, hey, I love you, missed you, didn't forget about you. Just let him know that, like, I still think about him. I have a lot on my plate too. They were trying to come over a couple of days ago and I just couldn't. I didn't have time. And it was because I had so much to do. I had to edit. Then we didn't have live because it was the middle of the week. We had a bunch of shit we actually had to do after Meg was off work too, and I wasn't going to be home. And I felt terrible that I couldn't make time for him. Like, I should always be able to make time for him. I just couldn't. Like, even if it's one of those, like, dude, I got like 45 minutes if you want to come kick it. And it's not to be like, all right, you got to go. I got stuff. But it's like, even if that's what we would have to do sometimes, fine. Bob couldn't even do that. You know, he couldn't even do that. There were a few glimpses in my life that I thought like were coming through. They did not. And what also irritates me too, Rage, is like me having I don't mean a shitty home, but like a shitty home when it comes to like broken homes and stuff, that me wanting to break said cycle. Always, like, I love my children, even at a young age. You know, I was taking care of kids before I had my own kids at 19, 20 years old, being a stepdad in a sense. I wanted to be a dad. Like when I had my own. Both sets, man, I pick real winners. They just refused. And then would have the nerve to try and tell me I'm a deadbeat. You keep them from me. I try to find you and you move or lock your door or change your phone number. This last time, got you, bitch, took your ass to court. I won. But I didn't have money like that back then. Nobody did. And it's like how are you gonna? Why are you gonna keep? At least like I wanted to be there and help and do whatever it is. Like I may have been some 21-year-old kid, but at least I was trying. And all of a sudden, I'm a deadbeat now on both sets. When it was I was a deadbeat after we had kids, but I sure as shit took care of your kids. But now I have my own with each one of you. But now I'm a deadbeat. I raised your other daughter for 6 years, 7 years. Now that we have one of our own, I'm awful and I can't. Okay. So it's like, nah, pick one. You can't sit there and be like, oh, you're so good. Thank you for picking up the slack. And it's not even your kid. Oh, when you have your own kid, get the fuck out. You're a piece of shit. Nope. I've been doing the same thing for the last 6 years. Right, Devlin, exactly. That's what I did too. But it was like people were making it to where that was the only choice I had. I'm like, you're making me do this. And like there's a difference between trying to be like their dad and stuff. Right, Chris? Like, right. I'll be honest with you, man. You said you're good for you, man. I'm not always confident in this dad thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, we all fuck our kids up in our own way. You know? Like, so don't beat yourself up too much, man. You're young. Like, I'm not saying, I know you're in your like close to your 30s now, but like you're young, man. You in a polite way, it's like you're also still kind of growing as well. You're gonna figure this out, dude. You're gonna figure this out. Like there's no manual, there's no playbook, you know, but you do the best, man, and try to be as compassionate without being one of these gentle parents, but be compassionate as well. Girls are different, man. Girls are different. I don't think I've ever yelled at Chandler. I don't think I've ever like really, neither the boys either, but like if I start to talk to her the way that when the boys aren't listening or whatever, she gets upset. Like I don't even have to do anything. The boys, you damn near have to like right hook them, stomp on all their electronics, and then tell them to go to their room before they're like, bro. My girls are way easier to care for. In a sense, I think they have. You have to come at guys or boys and girls that you're raising at different angles. So, with boys, you do have to be a little more stern, firm, and not rough in like an abusive way, but like rough. Kind of like, pay attention. You're like, oh, sorry, But with girls, it's almost like a balancing act. Let me read this. Yeah, so I've got some it's weird. I think about my daughter every day. I don't have her. I have to. Let me be careful on how I say this right now. Not one for YouTube, but two, I don't want to get upset. I know her home life is not the greatest, and she has told me things as well over and over and over, and it's documented. I have to shut my brain off and almost, in a sense, forget where she's going because I'll think about it. When all I hear is she'll say their names and stuff, but like when mommy and this other person, she has to smack me and she tells me to go to my room, or she tells me to go take a nap when I just woke up, or all she does is yell at me, or when I tell them that when she got hurt, I've told her, I was like, if you ever want to talk to me, honey, just tell them to call me. She's like, I do, but then they just tell me no and to go to my room. It's like, dude, I have your address. If you think for 1 second that I won't show up at a doorstep and beat the living fuck out of somebody, smile in my fucking picture for the judge, and lose my entire YouTube career, you are solely mistaken. I will smile in my mugshot. The problem I have is that then I'd probably get her taken away from me. It would be a whole thing, and then I would plead my case on how the household and how guardian ad litems and CPS don't do dick. But then when I show up, fucking ready to rock and roll, coming in hot, now everybody would want to pay attention. You see? And that's just the way it is. Dads get a bad rap. I got a good rap at the end of this. But if I go in hot, all the other shit that has been talked about, reported, all the things that get on deaf ears and on a blind eye. But I right hook one motherfucker one time in his jaw and wreck his shit because of the situations that's going on at the house. Now I'm in jail. I'll smile. I got no problem with that. I'll spend 3 days in jail on my head, dude. I don't give a flying fuck. But what I won't do is sit there and tolerate the shit that's going on with my little girl either. So what I have to do is make a decision. So I have to shut it off. It's a double-edged sword, facts. You know how hard it is to piss off a pothead? Seriously. Right, Stephen, facts. Right, I'd lose it in the process while trying to gain her in the fact of like, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Rage. I'll give everything up for that one more moment of happiness. Like I never knew what real love. I thought I knew what love was and how it felt, and all of the endless pussy that I was drowning myself in, and drunken nights, and people that I stayed with, and all of these things. You don't know. You don't until you have your kids, and arguably for a man having a daughter. To hold, like, dude, there's just something about it. And I'm sure it's the same way with boys and their mothers. That's why, again, we've said this before. They don't call them daddy's girls and mama's boys for no reason. But it's like, I didn't know what true love was until my little girl came into my life. That girl, I feel useful when she comes to me and daddy, or when she just looks at me, when I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm just looking at you. She loves me. She truly loves me. And that's a feeling that I don't think I've ever had before. And I've finally given a piece of myself back. And that is why I am selfish with my time. I don't want to die, dude. I don't want to die. Because I'm going to miss moments. I'm going to miss shitty new Crow remakes. I'm going to miss my daughter doing that one thing, my son doing the thing, the new video game from Naughty Dog, the new song from Sleep. I'm going to miss it. And I can't handle that. There's only 365 days a year and 24 hours in a day and 7 days a week, and that is not enough time. Right, Chomsky. Exactly. Yeah, you're right, Stephen. Exactly. Your child's love. I get it. And that's where, like, I do my best, like, not to get hyper and angry and loud and anything, which, I mean, not like at the kids, but like just in general, like around them, around her. Because I also know what her home life sounds like. So I try to give her that peace. And she has said it before, too, where she's like, her and her sister both are like, it's quiet here. I'm like, yeah. So we don't fight. We don't fight. We don't bicker. We don't scream. We don't yell. We might have a moment here and there of like some sternness. I don't think we've ever fought. I have had about one or two moments, and again, we weren't screaming it, but where I was almost like, I gotta go. I gotta go for a few hours and just clear my head. But like it didn't. But again, nobody was yelling. Why y'all have me crying this early in the morning? But it's just, like I said, that little girl, and it's weird. It's almost like an internal clock hits with her, because she'll go, do I gotta go back to mom's for 2 sleeps this time? Yes, honey. Oh. Or then she'll wake up and be like, do I have to go home today? Yes, sweetie. But I don't want to. And again, guys, it's not like we are riding unicorns and eating ice cream every day, all day. No. There are some days where I feel bad because I'm like, did I not, like, I didn't do anything with her. Other than like, but again, our things is like, we don't like play with toys or like watch movies and stuff like that per se together. We go out and have adventures. We get our Burger King. We now have like tea time every once in a while on the Detour because there's not that many subscribers, as far as like just people and her online. It can get a little weird, but it's like we don't like sit down to do things other than like maybe some crafts. But I'll have that moment of like, damn it, I didn't do. All I did was on coffee time, and oh my God, Eric, you did that. And all you did was cook dinner, and then you put her to bed and snuggle with her, and then came back on Twitch. But it's like, but she was doing other stuff. You screw with me all the time. But it's just the fact of like, I don't know. Like I said, I do my best. I know that you don't have to keep kids occupied all the time, but it's the fact that she still says that stuff, and it's not like we're doing anything extravagant all day and just showering her with gifts or money spending and things and all this stuff. No. Like, it's boring as shit here half the time. Oh, Nia. Okay, hold on. Let me reread that. When he goes back, he's just in a room away from everyone because he says he feels left out. Okay. Well, and it also comes to the thing with, it's like, there was something the other day, Meg was saying, because we're having some issues, right? And I know what it is. Like, first of all, it's just teenager and all this stuff. But Nash, like, first of all, Nash thinks he ain't gonna win. Like, I refuse. But Meg was like, all you really do is check him. And I was like, right, because he needs it. And you can tell that, like, he's not used to it, so it pisses him off. She's like, but you're not trying, she's like, you're not like building a relationship. I was like, he doesn't want one right now, Meg. He wants to sit in his room and do nothing and pout and have the world be against him and be the victim. I refuse to play into that card. I won't. I was that kid. I know how this works. I'm sorry. I know that I am the adult, but I'm not going to go kiss his ass. When he wants to come out and do it, he will. But until then, rules are still rules, bud. Does not matter. It doesn't matter. So there is that, where it's like, we've had it to the point, and I told him before, I'm like, if you think I'm being an ass to you, it's because I'm giving the same energy back. Take a long look in the mirror then if that's how you're feeling. He didn't like that. But I think there's a difference. Like, she's 11, 12, 13 years old. Like, stop talking to them like they're kids. I mean, well, you know what I mean, like babies. I'm talking to him like an adult and giving him an exact real reason on the situation at hand here instead of sugarcoating it. You have to give, if you want them to start acting responsible and do responsible and adult things, you have to speak to them that way. Treating them like a kid and a 5-year-old is only going to keep them in that mentality. They're not going to know. I'm giving you a real shock and awe reason why I'm upset with you right now, why you're getting checked, and why? Because it's 8:30 at night and you haven't done X, Y, and Z and you still have homework to do. You know the rules, man. Like, that wasn't what happened. I'm just saying, like, an example. It's like, there are situations where it's like, dude, you're getting checked because all you do is get checked about the things about getting checked and you're still needing checked. We have separate mom, same dad. Leanne, okay. I know, and that's where, like, again, mom is the one who raised me for the most part, and like I'm saying to Meg, and I get her side too, but I was like, babe, this is where this comes down to. This is the tough love. Like, no more sugarcoating. Again, building relationships can happen in the future. Right now, that's why I was like, respect is still earned, no matter how old you are. Her and people in here can yap about the fact that I'm the adult, and they go, I get that. There's also a situation that needs to be fixed here and handled. It'll click for him. It 100% will. And that's why it's like, I don't scream at him and I don't belittle him, but I check him as a man and as an adult. Why are you doing this? Why is that sitting there? Why is it? And it's like, you're not being yelled at, but it's stern. And it's because the amount of time that 2 to 3 clothes baskets that he had to come downstairs after a shower to find, and then would walk down to his room to come back up, take them. They are literally sitting by the door to go downstairs. So after 7 full days of it being there and me mopping and sweeping around it, you get checked, dude. You get checked. You see it's there. That is the kind of stuff that was taught to me. It's not an asshole move. It's not. It's making you responsible and deal with your own shit. And now you're upset with me because I've got a firm tone and telling you, get your shit. Because I'm sick of looking at it. Yeah, I even talked to Chandler, like, I don't really like, ooh, doo, 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 doo. I mean, she's also 5, but like, I don't baby talk her like that either, and I never really did. Mom always used to claim that I grew up really fast was because, well, we grew up together because Mom was 18 when she had me, but I was an only child, and a lot of her friends didn't have kids. I hung out with adults, like, a lot. So I was around more adults or older people all the time, and on top of that, watching adult shows, like, I'm saying, like, not cartoons and stuff all the time. So I was around that, like, conversation, I guess you could say, like talking. Right, Chomsky, there's difference too. 100%, man. I don't know. I haven't seen the remake of The Crow. This is where some parents would back it up and sit outside and say, "Host me." Yeah, and so like certain times, and mom has done shit like that before too. But it's like it's gonna get to that point. Like again, a lived-in house is fine, and things being out, but like being just messy and cluttered is unacceptable. So what I'm getting at is like when that happens, like then I would start throwing your shit away. Or it's going to all be sitting in the center of your bed now, and now you get to go rifle through the stuff that is maybe trash, some of your clothes. But better than what happened at your mother's. See, and that's where it's like it's very unfortunate, and that's what I don't want. And you know, for any of the children that they pick and choose sides because of how drastic a different behavior is. You know, I don't want one being like, well, I want to go here because I get away with everything I want to do. Well, then that means you have no rules and structure. But then at the other hand, if you're going too far and beyond being, you know, strict and things like that can go the opposite way too. But it's a battle, and it's a gray area sometimes. But like you say, one day it'll click, and he'll go, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, dude." Until I understand, yeah, how you it was affecting other people. I think that's another thing too. Is again, this is not just the boys; it is this entire generation. I can't stand them out in public, and I've said that where it's like, "Hun, I don't want to go anywhere in public half the time because the way the kids act." And again, it's not just her kids, but like they're in that group where it's like it's almost like there needs to almost be like an embarrassing thing happen for you to be like, will you fucking stop? Just act right in public. It's everywhere and it's all the time. Whether they're either acting out or they have their faces in phones. And it's every kid. If they're not throwing a fit, it's because they've shoved a fucking device in their face and they're walking through the store and running into people. Kids remember who cared enough to give them a love and a long structure. Right. Empathy is dying. All right. All of a sudden, so he got the full custody. Some 30-year-old movies don't hold up. Haven't watched The Crow in that long probably, but I've tried to watch 80s classic and they don't hold up. Edward, there are a lot of 80s and 90s movies that actually do still hold up. I think it just depends on like what genre you might be watching, or if they were trying to maybe dabble with some like CGI back then. The old Crow, if you go back and watch it now, you're like, it's horrible. And I'll say it again. The first two deaths were the same thing. They were just different utensils that were used in the same spot on the chest. The acting was terrible. The script, the dialogue was god awful. The lighting was terrible. It was so dark half the time you couldn't see it. And the last scene is the dude just with his katana half the time going like this. Like legit, like he's hacking wood. Wait, I'm using a new browser ad called TubeBuddy. It's showing me all our channel analytics. What do you mean by channel analytics? I don't like that. Like, what do you mean? Right, the soundtrack was fire. Chomsky. Ooh, 2025, they're remaking, okay. Spoiler. Oh, firm, hard disagree on The Breakfast Club. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. And I think the reason why I think it holds up is it's all practical. So again, it's not an action movie. There's no CGI. It's all dialogue. So as far as like needing to hold up, I would say it does, because there's no like visually, there's nothing to like hold you back being like, ooh, that didn't hold up after 20 years. Jeffrey, thanks, bud. But yeah, right. I know sometimes people just feel like they're in the wrong generation. Oh. All right, Johnson, that's actually kind of cool. The Cure 9 Inch Nails, yeah, right. Yeah, and that's the thing too, was like The Breakfast Club was, it was Saturday detention. So I was friendly with the basket case, Ali Sheedy in my late teens before both. Oh. Liar, liar, that's a good one. Oh, man. Meatloaf. Fuck. Really? Her turnaround, you don't like it, huh? No shit, Johnson. Okay. uh. There was something about Jim Carrey movies. Facts. I think that Jim Carrey movies came out in the most time of need for everybody that was growing up watching movies and movie buffs alike, for the comedy that I think we all needed back then. So, Devlin, the merch situation, sort of. I got to go back and get my other shirt that I bought. So, I don't know that they would be able to send like that. So what I'm going to do is talk to them about some things and see if people wanting to buy outside of the States could. I will also, guys, hear me now, and I'm not trying to pick favorites, but if Devlin does want a shirt, I will do my best to just get him one and send him one. Again, guys, I know that people are like, I can cash app and I can do. That's great. It can just be a slippery slope. And then now everything falls on us to ship out and take care of people's money and stuff. But I think that we could definitely figure something out for you. So I come to find out, there's actually a video on their Instagram. They handmade these themselves, the boys, the guys. Like, I watched them at the press and I was like, no shit. Chris, I think The Mask, you're right, it was annoying. That was the point. That it was, the spirit of Loki, so the god of mischief. Yeah, I watched all the Tales from the Crypt, but that was one of me and Mom's date nights on Friday nights for HBO when I was fucking 6 or whatever. Yeah, well, actually, Chomsky, that was her first movie debut too. But like I said, guys, I will talk to the boys more, see about getting things being able to be shipped out of state even. So okay, here, like I said, no promises, guys. Let me talk to them. Let's see if we could set up a day or the Cash App link or something like that to get it set out. I cannot promise anything. Arizona here for a shirt. Right on. I don't know that he turned it into the career. I think he took parts of that goofiness and over the top. Because think about it. It's almost kind of like how Adam Sandler worked. Look at Ace Ventura and then The Mask. Very, very similar on that kind of stupid slapstick comedy. Even Liar Liar, but it's like his movies kind of started morphing into less of that Chris Farley throw myself on table bits all the time type of comedy to being funny and saying funny things. But I get what you mean, Chris. Hey, TV, what's up? Doing good. What's wrong?
I just don't want her to try.
Oh, I gotcha. Right, it was from from In Living Color, exactly. A lot of people forget that he was on that.
You're going to get your remotes. I forgot that I cut my toe last night, and I was in the bathroom, and I was like, why does my toe feel weird? I couldn't see that I had a Band-Aid on.
Yeah. So I think was it? No, that wasn't Chomsky. It was whoever. Devlin. We have kind of talked about that. They also have a little bit of different printing and stuff. I don't know. I forget the reasoning behind the non-merch place that I go to, but I'm definitely going to run some things by them again. I know that they had X amount of shirts because they had to buy them. That's why they were saying that they can't, at least for the time being, they had to purchase all of the shirts, then make them, and then now go sell them for the profit. So if they're going to try and fix some things in the future, maybe like I said, I can talk to them as well. But as of right now, this is how they're working it. Actually, Thor took off. He's actually inside. Put a girl on. Yeah, so Devlin, definitely want to be, get some more merch out there. That's why I bought one extra, because I bought two, and then we got home, and Meg had her shirt. I was like, I had her shirt. I was like, yeah, blah, 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 for this one. She goes, well, where's the one for the giveaway? I was like, what are you talking about? It's here. I was like, you handed it to me. I was like, did you buy one too? I was like, oh, well, fuck yeah. But, so, quite a few of them were sold, even if it was, girlfriends, family, some friends and stuff. But like I said, I got one for the show for a giveaway. I also understand that not everybody is going to like and or enjoy Screams of Sanity. But for the people that would want a chance to win the shirt, I figure that would be something cool. And guys, they are not charging much for their shirts. Again, they're not shipping and doing anything, but this was $15. That's right, Chomsky. Yeah, you gotta learn that timing. I get it. I actually thought about having them autograph it. I'm gonna probably see what I like, get them together or whatever, or have him take, and then just like can just autograph it on, you know, wherever. No, Chris, I've never seen those. Yeah, and like I said, and they make them. They make them. I got Korean food on me. Luckily, it's on washable parts. But I'll probably be buying a bunch more. Like I said, I'll take $100 and buy merch for them. I'll say, okay.
Is this the new one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
It is pretty good. I'm pissed we didn't have any cream rather than milk, but. Huh? No. No. Bob, what time's Rex's thing today? Thanks, Mom. Oh shit! No, I don't want to. I don't need to do that. Oh, dude! Speaking of that Korean food, I'm actually really excited for when Crystal comes back up here to have Kyle and her go up there, because she lived in like Japan. I don't know if she was in Korea, but I know she was in Japan for several years for like work, and was it work or was it school? I forget, but I know she was out of the country in Japan for a while. Has knows several different languages, but has also had other like authentic cuisines and stuff from around the world. And I'm interested to see like her take on it, on some of the stuff that you can get there. The beer, we got some beer at the mart right down the street from it, and some wine, super good. Yeah, she taught kids. That's what it was. On a Sunday? You're learning Portuguese for no reason? Why? You're learning German because you want to go. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know Crystal, it's like 4 or 5 different languages. She's a very cultured individual. Just have a Brazilian boss. Chris. Oh my God. But yeah, I say Crystal's a very, very cultured individual when it comes to that kind of stuff. Her food, languages, not just knowledge in general. I can barely speak one right. As I was saying, she's pretty gifted. Always distracting you, right? Always watching. Wazowski. I fucking love that movie, Monsters Inc. There's a weird conspiracy. I fuck New Zealand. It's hot. There's actually an interesting story that goes with Monsters Inc. and that whole frazzle drip thing. And that kind of stuff as far as the... I don't know how much I can say on here, but if you know what I'm talking about, the screams give the power. I can't even English right. It's ah, you learn how to read and write French. Okay. Seriously, Chris? You have no idea about Frazzle Drip and Pizzagate and all that shit? Huh. Chomsky. Yeah. Adrenochrome. Yeah. Shit's real. You can laugh all you want. But I'm a Leo. And they just believe all that shit. And the fucking moon tides, fucking your waking sun rising spirit. You can think it's stupid all you want. Buddy, a lot of shit's about to come to light here real soon. Motherfuckers been leaving countries and fleeing the country for years, and Tom Hanks is one of them. Tom Hanks is a sick fuck. It sounds like a yeah. Right, it does. It does. But it all went into it. The Frazzle Drip and stuff went into the whole email situation with Benghazi and Hillary. So that all got found out when going through the whole Benghazi stuff and all the emails that she deleted, and that was part of it. And the fact that, look, man, again, you can call me silly all you want, but the fact of spending it was like $100,000 for a pizza party at the White House, you can't have outside food come from delivered like that. Everything is cooked in house. That's like a rule. So to say that you bought $100,000 worth of pizza, nah, dude, no, you did not. Laura, so you know what she knows. It was yeah, underneath Eddie's house. Didn't y'all? I used to follow Tom Hanks on his Instagram, and he would have weird fucking photos and give what's that called? Latitude and longitude and stuff. And one of them was in the spot where what's his face was unalived. Cappy. Because he was talking online. Bro, they straight took him out. Oh yeah, the original Crow sucks. Chris, I'm really happy they're servant. They got Matt Rife. bleached his hair. They got old Rifey. Haley. Let me live. Yeah. Jesus freak. Matt Rife, I think, is funny. I think the problem is that I'm realizing that I think his crowd work is staged. I think. Spitting facts. Spitting facts against the Crow. See my feet, see my feet, yeah. So yeah. But yeah, Rage, that Korean food we had last night was top tier. Like I was saying earlier, I'm actually excited for when Crystal comes back or when she moves, and her and Kyle to go there because I want to know her opinion on it. Because like I said, she's quite cultured. It's dry skin or something like that. Fucking lip. She's quite cultured in a lot of different cuisines and dishes and things like that. So I know that she's had many different styles of food that were more authentic. I don't think he's a smoker though, Chris. No, we didn't get any fried chicken. We did get kimchi though. That was the only thing I was not a fan of. And I think I figured out the reasons, but I'll get to that in a second. I do not know what we had. We had what looked like sushi, but it wasn't. It had like a cooked beef in it. And then we had another type of beef, and then she got rice noodles with whatever like sauce or whatever it was with, and like some veggies. That was so good. And I asked, I was like, do they make this spicier? She's like, yeah, you can get it hotter. Is he a pothead? I didn't think he smoked. Did you agree with somebody? Yeah. Bimba, yes. So we had that, and I don't know what else. But like I said, it was really good. Going back to the kimchi, I think I figured out what I didn't like about it. It's cold, so that threw me off. And the spice, that like heat, it's got this like almost like wasabi / like ginger, and then it's not spaghetti sauce, and that's not because it's red, but it's like this, I don't know, it's this muted flavor that comes through at the end, but like this off-putting like gingery wasabi-ness almost to like make the heat, and it threw me off being cold, and I think that was the problem as well. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, okay. So she did put through everything that we had. My phone is stupid. It was really good. Come to find out, because I did ask, I was like, well, how much was this? And she was like, it was $70. And I was like, oh my God. But come to find out, we got alcoholic drinks. It wasn't sake, but she got two of them, and they were like $15 a piece, apparently, or like 15 and 12. So I love lamb. But so if you were to take that out of the equation, as far as, not getting a beverage like that, it was, oh my God, it was so good and so much food. We both ate off of it twice. Oh, Steven's out here. Have a good one. Soju, is that how you say it? So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't sake, but it was like the same concept. We had yogurt, which had this like what did I say? Skittles and like pink Starburst like smell to it, and then we had peach that smelled like peach schnapps. They both have this, again, almost like muted end, but sake can have a very like intense, like in your face flavor, and I was waiting for that, and it didn't. It was so smooth. It had this like super sweet, both of them had this very, very sweet immediate flavor, and it died off in a good way. I was like, oh, okay. And then apparently with the beer that we got as well, you can make in what I call basically probably like a Korean or Chinese like boiler maker. You pour the shot in with the beer and you drink it. It was super good. Flavored the beer. It is very dangerous because it was like 12 or 13%, and it goes down so smooth. But you're supposed to take either the shots of it or put it and mix it in your beer. I don't think you're just supposed to like drink it like that. The soju bomb. Well, right, but it's that's what a boiler maker is here. It's like you put your liquor in with a beer and drink it. Well, I don't know. That's why I was asking her. I don't know if Korean is the only thing around like that, or if they have Filipino around. I think it's pronounced Soulja Boy. Yeah, no, it's not a bad price. That's what I was saying. If you take probably $20 to $30 off of the price tag, not getting those drinks and what we got and how much we got, because it also came with like rice and stuff too. But again, we both ate off of it twice. And I think, because I was like, you know what, just get whatever. And she's like, we'll just kind of split everything. I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Because I've never had it. I never had anything. I didn't know what to look for, what was going to be words I didn't know to be like, oh, that's the flavor I like or whatever. So, my loveness, nah, not down here. That's not true, Meg. Oh, Chomsky, where do you go? Do you have like a local market or something like that? Because like I know in Cleveland there is something like that as well. Just because you like, because well, Asiatown in Cleveland, they have to have. That's not what that means. Maybe it's not real authentic. That's what I'm saying. You don't know. Chris. Yeah, street market, nice. Okay. No one should have. I was up by you all that time for 2.5 years, and we went out and did things like thrice ever. Right there at your fingertips, as you always say. And again, we still live almost the same amount of distance as we did when we lived in North Ridgeville to the places we would go. It still takes 30, 40 minutes. It takes 40 minutes from here. It took 30 from your house. Because shit costs money. Just don't take a lunch. Like, don't take a lunch, clock in 5 minutes early, and make $10,000 in a month. Chomsky. He's the black guy. There's Asians, yeah, there's Asians in Ohio. Yeah. I ain't no hater. Not no hater. Just saying. All this yapping. And it's like, we still live the same amount of distance, basically. There's an Asian coming to Ohio. Oh, rage. Friday after the morning coffee time, I have an appointment. I'm going to get my hair cut. Oh, right on. We might move, huh? You'll see. I'm going to film some of it. I'll put it up. I'm going to retire in time. Yep, Jeffrey, on Twitch later. Have a good one, bud. Wait, where were you looking? Oh shit, were you really like looking in our neighborhood? I mean, not for nothing. Well, the Wadsworth area, again, like if let's say you do decide to move to Ohio when you move out of California, which I know you said you wanted to do here in the next like year or two or something like that. What I will say is that if you move to Ohio and you choose to move around where we are, I'm going to tell you the same thing. Depending on your radius, you don't have, other parents or other kids' parents and stuff to stay around, so you can kind of go wherever. But I would say Wadsworth, Norton, Medina, but I think what I was going to say is just like Meg, the housing that you like is going to be around those areas. Medina, oh my God, I love the look of Medina and the setup and everything around it. It's just the houses that both Meg and I like they're there. They're kind of few and far in between. And I feel like you'll run into that everywhere in Ohio. Like you'll find certain like cities and towns and stuff as far as like the housing is very different. We're all moving to Ohio. Just get one big house. Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing too, Chris. We usually keep that town under wraps because Kyle does still live there. I've since been like unclenching, but I don't think I just want to blurt it out. But it is small enough. It's just one of those like, yeah, it sucks. Bro, I'll have to send you. Did you guys see? No, maybe I didn't send it to the group. There is a newer. It's not the one with. It's not the one with Matthew Lillard. It's the other one. It's actually pretty solid. But there is a Scooby-Doo movie. I will send it to you. They open up a map to go do things. Our town is on the map, and big, huge. They drive past it to go to, I think Canton or Cleveland or something. And I'm like, does that say? Oh, like, dude, it's fire. I was like, we were in a Scooby-Doo movie. Oh, Devlin. Okay. Well, right, Haley, and that's the thing too. Is like, I know you stated that like you might not live, like you were probably maybe not going to live in Ohio. So I didn't know if you had ever even just made a decision on what state you were moving to, because you even said something about like, was it North Carolina or something? It wasn't. You said Ohio, PA, but then there was something else, or like, I don't know. But I was like, okay, well, that's like not close, but it's closer than California. Tennessee, that's what it was. So it would be a full move with nobody. Well, then that's where, Haley, I would say, then, if you were looking for something like that, then Ohio, probably Ohio or PA. More specifically, probably like Pittsburgh for like being around your one friend, and then close to all of us as well. Like not wanting to move to Ohio, I guess, but so. But I also understand where you're like, I've only looked at Tennessee and I have like nobody there, so. But yeah, definitely, if that's something that you're, really wanting to look into in the future, and you want to move to Ohio, and more specifically, the surrounding area of us, at least, we've got some good realtors here, so that's up to you. Right on, Haley. Well, like I said, Ohio does suck, but there is quite a few of us here. And depending on where you moved, you see what we do. We did nothing different but maybe amp up the drinking a tad while you were here. We literally did the same thing. But what is he barking at? Thor! Thor! Probably an Amazon box. Just add it to the fucking Mount Cardboardus over here in the fucking shed and garage. It like gives me a stutter trying to say it. Yeah, I would say, I mean, it won't be for a while. But what I'm asking is like, if you had to, so that's another thing too, is like almost like holding yourself accountable for a time. But like, what is a while? What does that mean? A year, 5 years, 3 years? Like, hey, good morning. Yeah, I was gonna say also then when you come visit, God damn, that's gonna be like for another year. So yeah, when's a while? That's like when are you trying to move? But like, I would say even that or beforehand, come down, yeah, for a visit, but come look at towns and cities and things and look at some places and get like an idea of how much, housing costs around in places and take it from there too. Oh, they go mad for NFL merch. No shit. Oh, so at least a year. Oh, well, that's not that long. I mean, again, you were wanting to come back by, summertime and stuff. So, yeah, I would say take that time when you come down. And if you could take, like, maybe an extra day or two, and that way we can, woo, party and, like, maybe ink and stuff. But just drive around. I'm probably not gonna really either. You got home at 2:30, so not the midnight you were hoping.
It was a Target box, not Amazon, so you're wrong.
It's still a box, and it was delivered and bought online.
Just say you're wrong.
No, I'm still right. I mean, you could come back. Look, snow starts slowing down in like February, March. Nope, we left at midnight. What Christmas lights? I thought you already had your outside ones up, all your round ones that we're looking into. And I already know like your inside's done, so what else you got to hang? Makes you itchy, dries you out. See, I think it's funny. Oh, you ordered them. Oh, they hadn't shown up yet. Oh, what the fuck? I swore you said you already had them up, and that's how you said, no, all you do is flip them. And like, oh, okay. I think it's funny though that like you're this big Grinch too, but like you still buy all the shit and piss money away and decorate and stuff. It's like, why do we do it, man? Like, I'm so mad about the snowman. I'm so fucking mad about that snowman. It's like, can I just have something nice for once? But even at that, it's like, my lead up is what I don't mind. It's Christmas Day that I hate. Ah, that's what your friend does. Too much lotion. April, you think April? I'd say between February and April, I would say. Skipping all of the driving around. We'll be driving in July. I don't know, again, it's like cost difference, how much it costs you guys for like gas and whatnot and rental car, but like, would flying be easier and quicker for you guys? That was in April. That was April 2nd. Okay. Right, but I mean, like, how often does it, you know? But yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, you're right. Oh, Bugs, you're not going in. You are not a good boy, and you were not listening to Meg. I had to open the door and holler at you because you wouldn't stop barking at the person dropping off whatever, does not matter what brand of package it was, the package. You just kept going. See, again, it's not that you bark. It's that you won't stop. That is the problem. Like, you are a great guard dog. Actually, sometimes too good of a guard dog. You bark at other people's problems in their yard, their house. You used to bark at the man that was across the street, a catty cornered, when he would pull into his own driveway. It was his house. You were not letting that fly for like a solid 3 months. Every day, dude would come home to point, he was not having it. Nope. I'm like, bro, it's not even in our... Yeah, I'll be flying. He does it, so I'm saying, too well sometimes. You're too good of a guard dog sometimes, I think. Huh? Huh? Is that what it is? I know. What? Thank you, Bubba's. Okay. Thorbus is thorough, yeah. Who the fuck wants a Corvette? I mean, I don't want a Corvette. I had a friend's Corvette and it sucked. I'm what it is. Are you a good boy? Okay. Alright. About 10 minutes, guys. Hi, Bubs. Hi, Bubba's. You being good now? Now that they're causing a ruckus. They're causing a ruckus. Yeah. Eh. uh, yeah, I bet. Yeah, so yawning. Facts. Facts, Chomsky. We're too big. You at a certain size in sports cars, you're just a fucking, like, cramped up. Right now it's shitty and rainy today. So, I mean, at least it's not snowing, but, so it's probably in mid to high 30s today. I'm going to try this Blue Dream vape I got. Okay. Where'd you get it? What dispo? What was the matter? Did it get too hot? Dummy? Hey, she knows. She's well aware of how shitty. I've said it all, so I'm like, you still moving here? That's on you. That's now this is directly on you. Oh, the botanist. Yeah, that's where I go. Okay. I actually need to go get Meg and I. She wants one, I want another one. But I get the luster pods. I have the battery. I feel like I get a lot better of like medication out of it. Honestly, like feeling better or even like some relaxation. You get more and you pay a little bit more, but you get like a full gram of it, and it's not. I mean, it's disposable, but it's not the disposable like carts, like tanks, like that. I'm not a big fan of like always getting those like carts, like the circular ones. Okay, low for it. Okay. Guys, new movie reaction is out on Patreon. I watched The Substance, so make sure you go check that out if you want to watch me squirm, or just go watch the movie on its own. It was pretty wild. I think it's one of the best newer horror, sci-fi, body horror type movie out in a very long time. Very original, as far as like, just how they executed things, even some like the story itself. But dude, Chris, they're amazing. They're amazing, dude. Yeah, try one. I would say whatever it is you're looking for, bud, as far as what you're using for the medical purposes, for like sleep and or relaxation, the indicas, like straight up indicas that they make, are very pretty potent, dude. I mean, they don't like just put me down, but like I know that when I've hit one. So I would say I just definitely look into those. Some of my favorite strains have been put into the luster pods as well. Blue Dream, I believe, has been on there before. But just sometimes they don't have a very big option. There is another place in Akron as well, Bloom. They usually have some cheaper prices. Also, if you want to make the drive, I'm still going to probably do it myself too. If I'm going to drive 25-30 minutes to Canton, there's a place up by where Meg lived. Was it Avon? I have to look it up, but it's Clutch, the brand Clutch, but they're a dispenser up there, and you get kind of cheaper pricing on the fact of like Clutch is my favorite brand to get through like waxes and luster pods. I feel like they're just more potent and better quality. That's a personal opinion. But they have like a dispensary, dude. It's a fucking phenomenal dispensary, and it's like walking into a 5-star hotel. They have the one door is like hidden. It looks like still like the back or like the wall with like the mirror and everything. The only thing that gives it away is there's a slight gold handle to push. But yeah, bro, it opens up. You go back. Everything's like digital. You'll find like whatever product is and set it on this like square thing, and it'll pull up all the information and how much of available is left, or like if they have it available. Never been to that one, Chris. Culture in Akron, okay. Right on, Chris. So definitely, I mean, you say you hit hers, but like, try them. Like I said, whirl them, give them a whirl. Where does she go to the clutch? Where's the clutch she goes to? Same, dude. Like I nerd out over this stuff because like I try to figure out what's gonna help with certain things for myself. I'm still really bummed that like edibles don't do a whole lot for me. I've been told to try different things. My doctor actually told me to try it was stuff with more. I think he said THCN, I believe. When it comes to that, and as far as in edibles as well. But I'm also hearing the drinks are supposed to be different, so I'm gonna try those. She lives in Canton, so she goes to all of them. Oh, that's right. There is a clutch in Canton now. That's right. They did. Fuck. I'll just go to that one. Dumb. Yeah, clutch is a good one. Like I said, good quality. Usually a lot of different and good product. The drinks are good too. Okay. Because edibles don't do anything for me. But I'm also trying to find something that I don't need to be fucked up. And that's not, I mean, sure, sometimes I'm looking for that, but like on an edible, I'm just trying to find something though to where it just keeps me calm throughout my day. So that's where I think maybe I need to talk to what do you call them? Like bud tender and stuff when I'm there, when I go to the dispensary next time. I'll be honest with you, it's recreational here. I haven't been going to the dispensary, let's just put it that way, for a little while. But for certain things you have to, and I want to. But I need to talk to them about it and just see where I could almost have that, like, I don't mean like unless I take something immediately and it rides me out, or if I have like the drink or something where it's like, nah, just take one of these and sit, take a swig every 4 hours or something. I don't know. Fruit tree, okay. Actually, Chris, I have a strain. It's actually very indica dominant, but I'm one of those people that I can make it not couch lock me like that. But Slurricane Runts is what I've got right now, and it's a pretty good one. I think the Slurricane is because it's a hybrid, but I'm pretty sure it's an indica dominant is what it said. That the Slurricane part of it is the indica. I think I'll have to relook them up. Try Rick Simpson oil for real. Okay. Yeah, you want the stuff that calms you, so that's indica-based stuff, man, for sure. But Being couch right, yeah. I mean, when you're done for your day, exactly. That's why. Also, I don't know if you've tried edibles and stuff, but maybe get you a good edible or a gummy that's an indica and see how that does. It might actually just put you down though, dude, like to sleep. It's eaten, okay. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. No drop today, so it's not like a big deal, but but I got stuff I got to do. We got to be getting ready to leave here probably in the next like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll be on later today. I've got some things I got to go do as far as recording though. I'm recording with Kyle. We're doing a Shut Up and Eat It, and we're doing one more music video for a reaction. I've got to get some editing done. And then we've also got a birthday party to go to as well today. So a couple things going on. Meg's working on some cookies as well. So we've got a full plate today, but we'll be on something later, and we'll see you guys tomorrow as well for coffee time. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you soon.